What's going on YouTube? So today's video we have a universal car Android Auto system. So typically we had those Android unit for the Honda Accord. You guys love those videos, so a company contacted me about a universal option which you can use in any car possible. As long as it has a cigarette lighter, you're pretty much good. This also does have wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, MirrorLink, and AirPlay available as well. So CarPlay is available, and if you're worried about it being not secured or weird to have CarPlay on devices like this, CarPlay is an encrypted device option on your iPhone, so you can see it in the settings. It's basically a third-party network to encrypt only limited information. So this is a 7-inch portable screen, not screen, it's a screen. So that's what that is. Let's go and check out the rest of the product here. So 7 inches, it's an IPS panel, it's 1024 by 600 resolution. It does have Bluetooth 5.0 and Wi-Fi of about almost 6G. It's like 5.8 gigahertz, kind of a random number, but that's what that is. Touch screen available as well. Bluetooth, FM transmitting, USB, and phone link. Like I mentioned before, for every car, it says literally any car on here, and it's under $100. You could get it for about $80 with free shipping on Amazon. So I'll leave a link in the description if you decide to purchase. Typically for older cars, but what this looks like. We're gonna put that to the side for a second, and then we have the rest of the components here on the bottom, as you can see here. So got that, and the screen. So that's pretty much everything it comes with. It's a very simple and very easy setup because it is portable, so you can move it from multiple cars if you wanted to, technically. This is the clamp here. Single suction cup can be used onto the window or to the dashboard. Two methods of installation. The device here, you can see it extends out as well, and then you can also adjust it to be angled height, and you can twist this here. You can twist this to make it loosened or tighten it. That way you can actually angle it however you want, which is pretty cool. So in the components here, very self-explanatory. Use your manual here to set it up, or if you have any questions, it'll be in here. I'll also answer every question in the video down below. Just let me know in the comments and I will answer it. And if I don't know, I'll contact the company. You do have an aux cable. You do have the power here. I believe this is 15 volt rated. And then you do have that dashboard. You do have 3M tape here on the back. You can peel off and stick to the dashboard, the top part. I don't know, it has screws. Technically, I guess you can screw it down. I wouldn't recommend that, but if you want it to be completely firm there, then you can. But the 3M tape here should be industrial grade and it should be really good. We'll see how that is over time. If not, you could just take this off. It is washable like most suction cups are, and you can just stick it onto the window, or you know, however you feel. Here is the device itself, wrapped in foam to protect it. Pretty nice. Very simple device. You do have your mounting right here, and then you also have vents here on the side as well. On the left hand side, you do have all the ports. So you do have your aux port, your AVN, a USB, a TF card, and the power here on the left side. You have the 7-inch screen here on the front, and it does have a screen protector on it as well. You do have the right hand side here. It does have a shield here to block the sun from glare. See how that is? That's pretty smart that it does have that. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the setup process, and we're gonna show you 3 different cars on the usage of this. Let's go. All right, so obviously we're in the infamous spot, the Honda. This is the original one we had. So instead of spending 30 minutes to an hour, or if you're not experienced, you might take longer than that to install something like this. Something might go wrong if you accidentally break something. You know, it's gonna break it. Instead of doing that and having to make it more expensive, obviously this is really easy to install, in my opinion, but this is even easier because you can apply it on any car. So we have an existing dash mount here, which we can easily just apply our suction cup, and then we could just press this down. Then you can also extend the top here to make it, you just align the holes here, then you go ahead and click it up into place. Put this right here, turn it so it tightens it. You don't have to put it all the way, but just enough so it's stable. And then you go ahead and place it onto the little dash, and then boom, you could adjust this however you want. So if you wanted to bring this up, you could bring it up. If you want to bring it down, you could bring it down. This is extended all the way forward, and then you get your power here. Basically you have to use the power outlet right here. Plug this in just like that. So, you know, you can see a cable. You could mess with the cable management if you just like technically route it to the side or something. I don't know, but that's what it's gonna look like. It's gonna have that cable. So we're gonna go ahead and turn on the car here. There we go. All right, so as you can see, it's 7-inch screen. It looks beautiful. It's gonna be about the same size as an iPhone 13 Pro Max or something like that. Once we're connected, we will be able to access CarPlay. So I pressed CarPlay and it says right here, use CarPlay with the device. If we press use now, then we are able to use CarPlay. There we go. So same thing when it comes to Apple CarPlay. It seems a little shrunker because it's 7 inches, but it's the same as the Extrons that I've shown you before. You have the location on there on the left, car home. You have all your information there. It works like a charm. What can I say? You can load Spotify here and it loads really quick. There's no cuts right there. If we go to here, it's in general settings, but you can see the devices that are connected. We can go to forget the car, customize what you want to be available there. And this is on the iPhone, so it's encrypted and it's safe. We can forget the car, so it'll easily go like that. And if you wanted to connect through Android, you would need the Android cable that would fit on the side of the device. You can mess with the EQ settings here as well. So if you wanted it on standard, custom, classic, rock, jazz, electric, pop, soft, standard. I'll have to mess with the settings once I have it connected so I can hear, but right now I can't hear. Let's go ahead and move it to the next option. All right, so we're in our second location now. We're gonna apply it to the window here just to show you what it looks like. Now I don't know if you can see it, but this does have an aux cable port right there, as well as a cigarette lighter right here as well. All right, so now we have power and we also have the aux cable. All right, so we're gonna turn it on in 3, 2, 1. And that's the boot up time, what it's looking like. Now this doesn't interfere with any of the AC or anything really, so you'll be good on that. Connected to my phone now. All right, so in here you can easily go to settings. You have driving focus, which is a DND. If you turn it on, whenever you're driving, it'll automatically set your phone to a driving do not disturb mode, which is really nice. So whenever you're connected to the device, it'll automatically do that on the fly, which is nice. So less distractions, no text messages or anything like that. In here you also have always dark or automatic, basically set to how the iPhone does it whenever a certain time or whatever. You can do that. Always show dark maps, you can do that as well. So instead of it being white, you could do that. You have wallpapers here, like I mentioned before. In other previous videos, you can see the different colors here. You can see the previews before you actually do that. For this, the touchscreen, you do have to press it a little bit harder than usual. So that's just an FYI, but it's not a deal breaker. And then if this, you can go home. You can have your recent apps on the side, so you can easily open up Spotify just like that. And you do have your previous tracks here. You can open up messages. You can say, hey Siri, what's the time?
6:53 p.m.
Open up calendar. You have basic apps here on the front. This is pulled off from your phone. You can change it in the settings if you decide to use it. So this is what the home screen looks like. You do have your location here on the left, music here on the right, and you can easily change the songs with no issues whatsoever. You can even press it, so a full screen. It does have audio, but it does look like the buttons on the dash actually work. So if I were to play and pause, this would actually play and pause. The volume would actually go to the volume on the device itself, as well as audio. So all the controls on your unit would actually work when it comes to this. So you don't have to worry about messing with anything. You can still use your CD, use your AFM and whatever. This is just basically making it so you can have navigation as well as Apple CarPlay available to you, as well as having some of your favorite music and easy options available. So that's what I recommend when it comes to this device. I don't recommend it if you don't want to have a full unit like this, like some previous other models that I've tried out. If you don't want to have that, you don't want to do all that work, you just want something simple, put it in multiple different various locations, you can do that with this one device, which is really. Without further ado, guys, thank you for watching. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Without further ado, this has been an easy, good experience for less than $100 getting CarPlay.